What's going on? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. And watched the Chicago Bears take down the Los Angeles Rams today. And just thinking, Bob Quinn, Matt Patricia, Matthew Stafford, basically more of Bob Quinn, could take a page out of the Chicago Bears playbook. All right? And I mean, the Chicago Bears hired the right coach. They identified that they had to invest into their quarterback and developing their top 5 draft pick quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky. Okay, they got an offensive coach. They already had a dope defensive coordinator. Okay, they drafted defense. They understand their rookies didn't have weapons. Their rookie quarterback didn't have weapons. They drafted a receiver, Anthony Miller. They brought in another big-time receiver, Allen Robinson. They brought in another tight end, Trey Burton. Okay. They brought in Taylor Gabriel from the Atlanta Falcons. Okay. They drafted defense the last few years. Leonard Floyd, Roquan Smith. They got Akeem Hicks, Eddie Jackson. Kyle Fuller been there for a minute. Danny Trevathan. And then they say, you know what? We no longer going to be that organization that's known for being cheap and frugal. Okay. We're going to go out there and go for it and get Khalil Mack. Now, the primary focus of this video is saying how the Chicago Bears went for it and how the Lions can learn something from the Bears. And the number one thing they can learn from the Bears is that, you know what? We have a steady quarterback, but let's build around the quarterback so the quarterback isn't the end-all, be-all in our offense. And what I mean by that, they invested into pieces around Mitchell Trubisky. Okay? They got the scat back, Tyreek Cohen, Jordan Howard. They went out and got 3 brand new receivers. Taylor Gabriel from the Falcons. Allen Robinson from the Jaguars come off a knee injury. Excuse me. They got Trey Burton, the tight end from the Eagles. Drafted Anthony Miller from Memphis. Loved him last 2 years at Memphis, okay? They invested around him. You know what I'm saying? And not only did they invest around him, they didn't invest partially into Trubisky. What I mean by that is what the Lions did. They invested partially into Matthew Stafford. Okay? When I say they fully invested into in Trubisky, the Lions did not complete the process by going out there and getting an offensive-minded head coach. Okay? The Lions and Bears wasn't too different the last year, okay? The Bears identified that, you know what? We got a quarterback. We just got him here. We let him play this year. But offensively, we missing something. Defensively, I see something special in the coordinator and some of the pieces we got. You know what? We're going to let the defensive coordinator run the defense. We're going to bring in an offensive mind like Matt Nagy. I think that's his name. So we're going to invest into our biggest asset. Not the asset that we known for is hardcore, stone cold defense. We're going to invest into the asset we did. We traded up, whatever they did. They took Trubisky high as giraffe pussy. They went out there and fully invested in Trubisky. Okay. Meanwhile, they had already been building a defense. Okay. They invested in Trubisky with a coach with several offensive weapons. Over the years, they got the line together. They got Howard. They had Tyreek Cohen, I think, a couple last year's draft. They got Taylor Gabriel. Didn't spend a lot. Allen Robinson, he wasn't that much expensive. Got Burton. He wasn't that expensive neither. Anthony Miller, another second-round pick. They got the coach to make it work. What the Lions go do last year? Or this offseason? Oh, we going to keep Jim Bob Cooter. When everybody knew Jim Bob Cooter was the problem. We knew that. The defense for the Lions wasn't the issue. Only issue for the Lions defensively was talent. It was a talent shortage over there since Ndamukong Suh, Fairley, Cliff Averill left. Zeke Ansah got old. DeAndre Levy got injured and got old all of a sudden. It was a talent shortage on that side of the football. It wasn't the coaching. If you put coaching head-to-head, Terrell Austin and Jim Bob Cooter, who was getting head coaching offers over the years? It was Terrell Austin. Ain't nobody called for Jim Bob Cooter. So what the Bears succeeded at, knowing that they invested a lot into Trubisky, the Lions invested $100-something million dollars into Matthew Stafford. They didn't make the proper investment into Matthew Stafford. The Bears made the proper investment into Mitchell Trubisky. Okay? They got the offensive guru in there to make all those ingredients mix. And not only that, they say, you know what? We're not going to go out there and trade for Julio Jones, or we're not going to go out there and do it. We're going to trust our free agent process, okay? We've been building defensively wise from Akeem Hicks to bringing Trevathan in, to Roquan Smith this year, to Leonard Floyd, to, Eddie Jackson, what is it, second, third, whatever round pick, Kyle Fuller over the years. We got some young DBs. You know what? We ain't going to be known as the cheap Bears no more. We're not going to be known as the frugal organization. You know what? We're going to go out there and add overkill to this offseason and go get Khalil Mack and pay Khalil Mack. And it paid off. Not only is Khalil Mack impact helping Kyle Fuller to get, 6 interceptions, 7 interceptions this year and play like a beast, but he's complimenting Trevathan. He's showing Leonard Floyd and Roquan Smith how to be pros. He's making the Akeem Spencer's job easier. You go out there and get a once-in-a-generational type of talent that makes the front end, and it combines the front end and the back end to work together. They went for it this year. And not only did they gamble, they made smart gambles and smart plays. When the Lions got it wrong and kept Jim Bob Cooter over Terrell Austin, the Bears got it right. Fired the offensive staff, got rid of the defensive coach, head coach. Say, you know what? We're gonna keep this defensive coach here. Okay? I see he got things working, he got a rapport, the players like him, his system in there. Let's keep the defensive coach. Let's get an offensive mind to help our quarterback out this year. Let's invest in the right weapons. That's not overpay weapons, let's invest in the right weapons. Okay? Where the Lions failed and got it wrong, the Bears succeeded and got it right. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. They got it right. They say, you know what? We no longer going to be taken from our fans. We're going to go all in for it, and the fans respected it. It wasn't that big of a gamble if you think about it. You're getting a premier pass rusher in Khalil Mack, the best in the business. Period. I give you 2 first-round picks for the best in the business. And on top of that, you had 2 pass rushers you drafted already in Roquan Smith and Leonard Floyd. The Lions, offensive guard. Okay. Good running back, rookie running back. But did they really invest in Matthew Stafford? No. Because everybody know that Jim Bob Cooter was an issue, a lame duck coach. We all knew it. Anybody that know football knew Terrell Austin and that defensive system, and with the ingredients that he was given, he was making 5-star meals with scraps. But Bob Quinn wanted to hire his buddy. He wanted to fix the side of the ball that wasn't broken because of coaching. It was broken because the lack of you drafting the proper cornerback, unlike Tease Tabor. The lack of you not drafting the proper linebacker, you drafted Jared Davis. Okay? Now, you bring a new system coach in, one of our best defensive players, Glover Quinn. He can't even, he don't fit the system. Jared Davis is still Jared Davis. Zeke Ansah is still injured. You brought him back. Didn't address the pass rush need. Like I said, where the Bears succeeded, the Lions failed. They knew they needed pass rushers to build a young defense. They got them. 3 of them. Floyd, Roquan Smith, Khalil Mack. Somehow they got them 3. They say, you know what? We need a safety. We got Eddie Jackson. Need a big man up front. We got Akeem Spence. We need a veteran middle linebacker like Danny Trevathan. They got him. Look at it. Jared Davis, Trevathan. Zeke Ansah, Khalil Mack, Floyd, Roquan Smith. Tracy Walker, Eddie Jackson. Who knows? If Tracy Walker turned to be a fine safety. And that's the difference. The Bears got it right whenever the Lions got it wrong. All the way around the board. There's plenty of parallels to look here. One organization went from the bottom seller to the kingpin of the division, probably for the next few years. The other organization got it the fucking wrong. And we just always happen to be on the shit side of the stick, man. Motor City Sports Talk. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Had to let that out. I enjoyed watching the Bears beat the shit out the Rams today. I did. And you'll never hear me say that probably. But we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Also, you can hit me up in the email as well or DM me on all social media platforms.